All the pressure in the world on Connor Ingram as Nichuskin has a chance to win it here in the 7th round. Nichuskin working in on the score, and he scores! What a move by Val Nichuskin!
All aboard the choo-choo train. He is the conductor. Forehand, backhand, forehand. You gotta be kidding me right now. Val Nichuskin. He waved the wand in front of him too, James. Dirty goal by Nichuskin. Oh my gosh. Nichuskin puts this one to bed in the desert.
Still not sure what was better, the goal or Kevin Weeks' reaction as you recall the game with Jamie Hirsch. I mean, that was just, sometimes you get accustomed to seeing so many different plays, different moves. You go, okay, it can be so. Like, that is literally a play that will take your breath away. You will not see stuff like that any day of the week. Nichuskin, just the flexibility to have that kind of a deke, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was so awesome because as he came in, at first I thought he was going to do the first forehand backhand.
Yeah.
This here.
Right.
But then he pulled that out of the bag. He wags the tail, the dog, over top of the stick about 3 times before going back against the grain. This kind of you know what I love about this? First of all, both goalies were fire in that shootout.
Yes.
They run real.
Yes,
Jamie Hirsch and I were going crazy. Both goalies put on a clinic in the shootout. But what's also interesting, this ties back to what we were just saying with the goaltending, is, a lot of times you're like, that'll never work in a game. Don't you ever think of doing that in a game. Like in a game situation, he did it, and he executed that to perfection with the game on the line and won the game for them.
That's the cleanest puck that's ever entered the net because he dusted the top of the puck. Cleanest puck to ever.
Totally.
This is almost this is like a Forsberg, but he beats Ingram so bad that he doesn't even need to go to one hand. Like usually, in order to make that move, it's the other side, and
it's usually the one hand.
You got to try to beat, and then you got to reach.
Yes.
In order to beat the goalie, he makes Ingram bite so hard to the backhand here. He's gone. That he's able to do the Forsberg with 2 hands.
It's unbelievable.
And deposit the cleanest puck ever into the net.
You're so right. There wasn't one particle of ice or dust on that, the way he dusted it off. But you know what? What I love about this, too, is you'll see when you're playing with high-end players and elite players. A lot of times, players like Nichuskin can be overlooked, right? Because you're fixated on Nate McKinnon and Cale Makar and all the superstars that they have in their group, right? And for a very good reason.
Yeah.
But a guy like Nichuskin has always had the skill, but he's flourished in Colorado, and there's so many reasons why they prioritize re-signing him.
Yes. So watch that replay. We just saw it a whole bunch of times. Yeah. Also, the reason why Ingram bites so hard is Nichuskin is like 6 inches in front of him.
Right, there's not enough real estate.
There's no room left to go. So Ingram feels like he held his ground for the whole time, for long enough that as soon as Val goes to his backhand, Ingram thinks there's nowhere else to go.
Exactly.
And there's not room for him to go back. So he takes off, and Val cuts back on about 4 inches of ice, and then tucks in the open net.
It was sick. Such sick mitts. Such sick mitts.
Watch 100 replays of that. It'd still be amazing. As you said, all aboard the choo-choo train.
Yeah.